The Journey of the Brave Little Seahorse Kids Story Bedtime Story. In the crystal clear waters of the deep blue sea, there lived a little seahorse named Coral. Coral was smaller than the other seahorses, and while the others swam gracefully through the water, Coral often found herself getting caught in the seaweed or swimming in circles, trying to keep up. Despite her small size, Coral had a big heart and an even bigger dream. She wanted to explore the ocean, see the colorful coral reefs, and maybe even discover a hidden treasure. Every day, she would listen to the older seahorses talk about their grand adventures, and she wished that one day she could be just as brave as they were. One sunny morning, Coral heard the sound of a ship's bell from above the water. She swam up toward the surface and peeked out of the water, only to see a large ship drifting slowly past. As the ship sailed away, Coral noticed something shiny floating in the water, a small golden compass, glinting in the sunlight. Curious, Coral swam toward the compass and carefully nudged it with her nose. To her surprise, the compass began to spin, pointing in a direction that Coral had never noticed before. It seemed as though the compass was guiding her, inviting her to follow it on a grand adventure. Without a second thought, Coral decided to follow the compass's direction. She swam through schools of fish, over colorful coral reefs, and past towering underwater cliffs. Along the way, she met many sea creatures, friendly dolphins, curious crabs, and playful turtles, each of whom shared stories of their own adventures. As Coral ventured deeper into the ocean, she felt both nervous and excited. The water grew darker and cooler, but the golden compass continued to guide her, spinning gently in her fins. She knew that she was getting closer to something special. After what felt like an eternity, Coral finally arrived at a hidden cove. The water here was a beautiful shade of turquoise, and the sand sparkled like diamonds. In the center of the cove was a large, smooth rock, and on top of the rock, Coral found a small chest made of seashells. With a wave of excitement, Coral nudged the chest open. Inside, she discovered a glowing pearl, pulsing softly with light. The pearl shimmered with all the colors of the rainbow, and Coral knew that it was something magical. She carefully took the pearl in her fins, feeling its warmth spread through her. Just then, a wise old octopus appeared, his tentacles gently swaying in the water. "You have found the heart of the ocean," he said in a deep, soothing voice. "This pearl holds the wisdom and magic of the sea, and it has chosen you, Coral, to protect it." Coral's eyes widened in wonder. "But I'm just a little seahorse," she said. "I'm not as strong or as brave as the others." The octopus smiled kindly. "Courage doesn't come from size or strength. It comes from the heart. You have the heart of an explorer, Coral, and that is the greatest treasure of all." With newfound confidence, Coral carefully placed the glowing pearl in her heart-shaped shell and began her journey back home. The compass led her safely through the waters, and Coral realized that her adventure had not only brought her to the heart of the ocean, but had also revealed the greatest treasure of all, her own bravery. From that day forward, Coral was no longer the shy, small seahorse. She became known as the brave little seahorse who had the heart to explore the deepest, most mysterious parts of the ocean. And every time the ocean whispered to her, she listened, ready for the next adventure.